Welcome back, StockSmart family. Now, we have a moving average crossover strategy. Fairly basic, okay? Now, for some reason, I have it labeled as modified, probably the 5 and 55. And let's just say exponential, but we can change that to weighted or simple, or even Hull, okay? And we can see how those moving average strategies would have worked out. All right, now that's 321. Let's change this back. Exponential. 555. Okay. Let's see. Now, let's go weighted. $681, better yet. Hull, 1,426. Ooh. And let's just see the Wilder's effect, which was ranking in the least at 244 for the moving average 5 on 55 strategy. Okay, so the one that performed the best looked like was our Hull. All right, so maybe that's the one we need to be paying attention to. All right, so using a Hull moving average strategy, and maybe even using our demand index, our disparity index, our DPO, and as a confirmation tool. So we get our confirmation here, and our bot takes the trade here. Okay, we would get our confirmation here. Looks like our bot's getting out of the trade, but we would have been entering a new trade here had we been in control. So if we are in control, which we always are, we will enter the trade here. But our bot doesn't do it automatically until here. All right, good trading though. Exiting a trade, all right, profitable. Then we get our crossover. We would enter here. Our bot doesn't enter to here though. That's interesting. Okay. Now, Apple. And well, it looks like we would get our confirmation, say here, and our bot takes the next trade, so very good. But really we get our confirmation here and here. Here is a surefire thing, and then we get our entry here. So it looks like the EMA crossover strategy does work. It works very well. Okay, so what is this strategy here? Let's pull it out to, say, a daily time frame. I said daily. Why, thank you. All right, not working so great there, so we may have to switch it around to be a bullish and bearish strategy, obviously. You're going to want to have both. Okay. So it looks like it finally takes over here, but if price action is bullish, you'll be good. But if it's not bullish, you will not be good. So from here on, it didn't get itself in trouble though. It seemed to lose some money, but it could have done better. I've seen strategies that didn't lose money on the way down, and I've certainly made better ones, but for a moving average crossover strategy right out of the box with Think or Swim, that is a very delicious way to start getting set up. Let's see, 53, 12. Okay, so let's go through here and click on Show Report and see exactly what and how many losers there were. Okay, really it looks like there are way more losers than there are winners, but the winners are much bigger. Okay, and that is the idea here, at least at the beginning of your trading. You will lose, okay, but you have to make sure that your losers are bigger than your winners. 57 cents, 95 cents, $2, but you win 9, you win 7, you win, it looks like 9.58. 8.10, 7.75, but you lost 2.72. You won 5.51, but you lost 2.19 the time before that, and 4.50 the time before that, and 2.06 the time before that, and 4.07. Okay, yeah, see, I'm not so fond of this particular strategy anymore. All right, now let's go back out here onto the daily. All right, yeah, you would need to switch that to a bearish strategy. But on the 4-hour chart, it looks like it works well. And on the 1-hour chart, it looks like it would work well too. Okay. Of course, you have to keep with the trend, all right? So make sure that your robot or that your orders are set in the direction, the trend of the market. All right. So looks like here we finally buy in on a good signal. The trend is bullish. So and it stays bullish all the way up until, I guess, here's our height, and we're still making money on the way down. So it seems that seems to be working there. Very interesting. Okay. And there, I think it took a losing trade. 3 cents. Okay. Now, let's go in here and change this back to simple. Now that looks better. All right, so we always have to search and adjust for whichever one is going to work the best on each time chart. I like simple moving averages. Exponential where, they work just as well. Let's see, 5-day, 5-minute. And 5-day, 5 minutes, kind of hard to keep up with. That's a pretty fast moving chart. I like to look at things on the daily. Okay. Let's check out NEO. See how it's been performing. Kind of the same, tickle and play kind of, thing it's been doing. It kind of little pop and drop. And it looks like we're still under the 0 here, but if we can get above this 0, we might see some bullish action happen all the way back up to, this area. And then another push back down, and then, pop back up and push back down. That's probably the expected move I'm looking to see. Given this trajectories here. Yeah, just if we stay within that channel, which it looks like it probably will, we're going to have these movements within. And let's pull up our cone here. And it looks like, yes, our cone is going right through the range that we have just charted out. All right, very cool. And it looks like it would stay within that range for quite some time. All right, so if it stays in this downward range, then most of your options, I'm going to say, should probably be, puts. I wouldn't be having very many calls. I would I would be watching this particular rise and fall motion and be playing it likewise. Anybody looking at Neo options? What else? Let's see. I saw Fisker was on its way downhill, had some bearish action, and it still is, and it's still a short. So I mean, yeah, looks like it's a short all over. 4-hour chart. Let's check the daily chart. It's definitely a short on the daily chart. Okay. So, yeah, we would have to see it start to level out and pull back up to this. Now, I mean, it is going to pull back up to this moving average, but it's probably going to pull back up to it slowly. So even if it gets to it, this moving average going across here, it's going to have a hard time breaking that moving average. It's coming down kind of like this. That's its charting. So if this is the way it is, we'll see some resistance right in here. Expect it to probably get smacked down. If it makes it through it, then the next I would say range. Let's see. Where we would find that at. Is going to be up in here. Okay, so that is the $20, $18.90-ish range. Once we can break through that $21 range again and get through, looks like 23.05, get through the 23, 23.25 level, then it's on its way. So its next roadblock would be at the 28 level. So let's be watching that and see where we can expect to see jumps and pops to and from. But we're about sitting just under mid-level, so if we can get it to bounce like we have it checkered here inside of our cones of probability, with our options, this is our midline here, we're well below it. So I would say that it's almost time for it to start coming back up because it's about bottomed out. Absolutely. A lot of buy-ins right here down at the $10 level. These are probably factory people, owners, whatever, blah, 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 lots of shares. They're probably not getting rid of their shares anytime soon. So this is about the modern opening gap fill and support down here at this level here, the 1146-ish. So let's see if we can squeeze in here, 1156. $12, $13.13, and the $12.74 looks like a great spot to pick up some shares. So I would personally be setting my orders right in here is where I will look into trading Fisker. So we'll create an alert for at or below, and that's going to work for us there. All right, and then we're going to do another one right here, nice and tight. All right, and we're going to create another one. All right, and I want to know when it's also at or below, okay? And that's the 1202, all right? Because anything below her, and we're getting into where, depending on if there are any warrants that could be exercised and when, we get some things that start to happen in this level. So, let's keep that in mind. And possibly maybe Fisker even has a limit to where it's supposed to be trading at for a certain period of time. So that's possible too. Now, of course, if they're not, this is a nice gap right here. So I want to know when it's approaching this. So I'll create an alert for that at the 1896, and we'll, at or above. That's going to work for that one. All right, and that's going to tell us when it's really starting to make a move upwards. And if it breaks that, then I'm expecting it will probably break the 2292. So let's create an alert there. And we'll go at or above. There we go. Because then from here on, it's free game all the way till it's, people have gone short here at the 2784 level. Either they bought in way too high, or that's where they're short from and they're waiting to purchase their shares back somewhere down here. So let's go with that for now with Fisker. That's our plan. All right. Excellent. And let's see how XL Fleet did, because XL Fleet really is the one to beat, but for some reason they are just beating it down and beating it down and beating it down, and it had a good time. It had a good day here. Yeah, this was I mean, this was a perfect day for it, but that was it. That was just a fake out. Getting some good shares, but really keep watching XL Fleet. It's almost time. All right. Look at the bottom of the TPO. Look at it. We are almost in that time where it's time to buy these shares up because they're about as cheap as they're going to get. All right. Now, if we can get them down here at the 584 level, that is perfect, baby. So let's create that alert. All right. Now we're going to go with at or below. All right. 585. All right. And create. Now it's 628. Here's the low, 649, 651. It's expected to go up just a little bit, market open, but I don't think that's the case. It's going to go down because people have orders probably set for this. I mean, right down in this area. Okay, anything in here is look at this cone of probability. This is excellent, excellent pickings through here. All right, it strikes right through that. You can see where to be putting your options. I mean, within the TPO and volume profile. That's good lookings right there. So, I think XL Fleet for an options expiry, I can't exactly see the date, but either way, I'll have to go in and look whatever. What do we got? 512, 52 maybe, 521. 523, 24, okay, 521. That might be it. You might see a $9 expiration by 521. I don't think it's very likely you'll see a $3.94 expiry. So, yeah, I mean, we are way at the bottom now. Once it decides to go back up and it breaks through this level right here, it's baseline, which is, the $9, range, okay? Once it pops back up and breaks through that base level, it could actually go way up into this range and all the way up to this range and hit its top at 2102 again. But considering that this is more than likely a shoulder, then the head is going to be way up here. And it looks like we're accounting for it if we go through. Okay. And down to here. And then explosion. Okay. All right. Maybe I made it a little too big. But still, you can see the general wave that could possibly be coming if the correct options are put into play. So I'm going to go and check out that options later and see what the furthest out options are and what type of upwards diagonal, this, that, the other, unusual something, something that they might be predicting is going to happen or be available to take part in. So we'll see. But this XL Fleet here, they're doing their infrastructure right. They're popping up all over the place, and we've converted vehicles to propane for years, so them converting to electric, not really a big drastic change. So it's a real shame that they are the I guess undervalued here in this particular situation, because they really shouldn't be. Go out and do some XL Fleet research and then comment down below. I think that they have what's absolutely necessary to take over most and or all of the government contracts. Although I like the idea of Oshkosh doing it too. Okay, well, Excel fleet. What else? Yeah, we could probably look at Facebook for a second. Why not? All right. Looks like Facebook's already hitting its high, so I'd be watching for it to get a nice rejection, yeah, back down to this level here where it's got support at 270. But it is trying to come above zero here. You know, this could happen, but I just think it's more likely the other way. I think it's rejection time. Way too high. Way too high. It's overextended. So let's give it a chance to cool off. And if it does come down to 270, perfect. And if it comes all the way back down into this area or even, you know, this area, that's even better. All right. Well, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.